My dear friends, I welcome all of you to M.B. More Foundations College. All HSC Commerce students are welcome here. My first suggestion to you that you should be good listeners. Good listeners of today will become good talkers of tomorrow. The first chapter I am going to teach you today for bookkeeping and accountancy is Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Accounts. Friends, first we are going to understand the meaning of partnership. In the olden days, when the transactions were very few, at that time sole trader or single tradership or proprietorship was allowed. But as the transactions went on growing, there was a need of partnership. So what is the meaning of partnership? Partnership is the relationship between two or more persons to carry on a business to earn profit. In India, Partnership Act was introduced in 1932. So according to Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4, the definition of partnership is the relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business. For my Marathi friends, I want to tell you that in Marathi, भागीदारी म्हणजे दोन किंवा अधिक लोकांनी एकत्र येऊन एखादा केलेला व्यवसाय की ज्या व्यवसायाचा मुख्य उद्देश हा नफा कमावणे असतो. आपण आता याची सॅलियंट फीचर्स बघणार आहोत. वी आर गोइंग टू सी द सॅलियंट फीचर्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप. सो द फर्स्ट फीचर ऑफ पार्टनरशिप इज agreement. In order to become any business or partnership, there must be agreement between the two or more persons. One person can never become partner. It is a sole proprietorship business. So at least two persons are needed to form a partnership. The second feature is number of partners. In partnership business, there must be at least two persons as a partner. Maximum number of partners as per Old Partnership Act were for banking business 10 and for trading business 20. But according to the new amendment as per Company Act, the maximum number of partners have become 50. सुरुवातीच्या काळामध्ये 1932च्या कायद्यानुसार कमीत कमी भागधारकांची संख्या ही 2 होती. बँकिंगमध्ये 10 होती आणि नॉन बँकिंगमध्ये 20 होती. मात्र आत्ता एप्रिल 2014 पासून जो ॲक्ट लागू झालेला आहे त्याच्याप्रमाणे एकूण भागीदारांची संख्या ही मॅक्झिमम 50 अलाउड केलेली आहे. तिसरं महत्त्वाचं वैशिष्ट्य आहे लॉफुल बिझनेस. In partnership, the business that you carry on must be lawful. The lawful business means the business allowed by the state to be carried on. I want to tell you a joke in this respect so that you can understand what is lawful and what is unlawful. A criminal was produced before a judge. Judge asked him, do you know why are you here, my friend? The criminal said, competition, sir. Judge promptly said, which competition? The criminal said, sir, I produce those notes which government produces. Here we can understand that producing government notes is unlawful business for an individual. In the same manner, smuggling, the trade of drugs are unlawful businesses. They cannot be started under partnership. Next important feature of the partnership is sharing profit or loss. The main object of any partnership business is to earn profit. In order to earn maximum profit, the partners put their efforts. जास्तीत जास्त नफा कमावण्यासाठी पार्टनर आपले प्रयत्न करतात. So there is provision for sharing of profit or loss between the partners. Partners come together for running a partnership business, not for any other purpose. So whenever any profit is earned at the end of the every financial year, that profit is distributed among the partners in the profit sharing ratio. If in the agreement, in the partnership deed, the profit sharing ratio is mentioned, then the profit or loss among the partner is distributed between partners according to that ratio. But if in the agreement the profit sharing ratio is not given, according to Indian Partnership Act 1932, it is distributed among the partners equally. जर भागीदारीच्या करारामध्ये जर प्रॉफिट शेअरिंग रेशो बद्दलचा उल्लेख असेल तर त्या पद्धतीने प्रॉफिट किंवा लॉस भागीदारांमध्ये वाटावायचा असतो. पण जर तसा उल्लेख नसेल तर भागीदारांचा जो प्रॉफिट किंवा लॉस आहे भागीदारीमध्ये झालेला हा समसमान प्रमाणामध्ये वाटायचा असतो. पुढचं महत्त्वाचं फीचर जे पार्टनरशिपचं आहे ते अनलिमिटेड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. In partnership business, the liability of partners is unlimited. Partners are responsible for the business they have carried out. If the assets of the partnership firm are lesser than the liabilities of the business, then any loss that is incurred in the business is to be borne by the partners individually. For that purpose, in certain cases they have to sell their individual asset. जर भागीदारीमध्ये भागीदारीला जर तोटा झाला तर हा तोटा पार्टनर्सनी वैयक्तिकरित्या सोसावायचा असतो. एखादा पार्टनर दिवाळखोर झाला असेल तर त्याचा जो तोटा आहे तो सुद्धा त्यांनी सहन करावायचा असतो. त्याच्या पुढचं फीचर आहे रजिस्ट्रेशन. Under Partnership Act 1932, registration of the partnership business is optional. Only in the state of Maharashtra, the registration of partnership business is made compulsory. In all the other states of India, the registration is not compulsory. Registration shows the existence of the business, partnership business. Joint ownership and management. The property of the partners is jointly owned in partnership firm. The management is carried out by all the partners. No individual partner is disallowed from taking part in the management of the business. Every partner has right to participate in the management. So it is the joint responsibility of all the partners to carry on the business. व्यवस्थापन करणे हा सगळ्यांचं जबाबदारी असते पार्टनरशिपमध्ये आणि पार्टनरशिपची जी काही प्रॉपर्टी असते ती सगळ्यांच्या मालकीची असते. Now we are going to study the relations among the partners. Principal and agent. As far as partnership is concerned, every partner acts as the principal of the business. But as far as the relationship among the partners is concerned, All the partners are agents of each other. Last feature, dissolution. In the partnership deed, the duration of the partnership is generally mentioned. If the duration of the partnership is not mentioned, partnership can be dissolved at the will of the partners by giving 14 days notice. The partnership can come to end or dissolve by the partners. In case of retirement or death of the partner, partnership can be dissolved. In addition to that, when any partner becomes insane or insolvent, in that case also the partnership automatically comes to dissolve. भागीदारीच्या विसर्जनाच्या बाबतीत 14 दिवसांची नोटीस देऊन भागीदारीचं विसर्जन करता येतं. एखादा भागीदार समजा रिटायर झाला असेल, सेवानिवृत्त झाला असेल किंवा त्याचा मृत्यू झाला असेल किंवा वेडा झाला असेल, तर अशा वेळी देखील पार्टनरशिपचं भागीदारीचं विसर्जन होऊ शकतं. ही आपण भागीदारीची वैशिष्ट्ये पाहिली. थोडं स्टॉप करू. टर्म इज पार्टनरशिप डीड. Partnership deed is the written agreement between partners. It tells us the terms and conditions of partnership. Partnership deed may be oral or written, but in most cases partnership deed is in a written form. Partnership deed shows the relationship between partners and it shows the rules of internal management of the partnership. So let us see what are the things that are mentioned in the partnership deed. So the first thing that is mentioned in the partnership deed is name and address of the partnership firm. Second thing is their name and address of the partner, then profit sharing ratio, provisions regarding admission, retirement and death of a partner, capital clause, that is capital contribution by partners, settlement of dues on dissolution of partnership, rights, duties and liabilities of partners and provisions regarding settlement of disputes among the partners. In this way, partnership deed is very important for partnership. If partnership deed is in written form, the rights, duties and liabilities of partners can be fixed. It is necessary for the internal management of the partnership. In case of partnership deed, if there are any disputes among the partners, they can be settled easily. Now we are going to see the provisions of Indian Partnership Act. (1932). Indian Partnership Act 1932 has given certain provisions in absence of partnership deed. The Indian Partnership Act has given certain guidelines. The first provision is distribution of profit. You know that partnership business is to earn profit. In absence of any provision about sharing of profit in partnership deed, profit is distributed among the partners in equal ratio. जर पार्टनरशिप डीड मध्ये भागीदारीचा नफा कसा वाटायचा याची जर तरतूद केलेली नसेल तर भागीदारीचा नफा हा समान प्रमाणात वाटायचा असतो. पण जर पार्टनरशिप डीडमध्ये जर तशी प्रोव्हिजन असेल, समजा 2:3 प्रमाणात नफा वाटायचा अशी जर प्रोव्हिजन असेल तर तो 2:3 प्रमाणात वाटायला पाहिजे. पण जर पार्टनरशिप डीडमध्ये तसा काही उल्लेख नसेल तर तो नफा इक्वल रेशोमध्ये वाटणं अत्यावश्यक असतं. Interest on capital. Generally, partners are not allowed any type of interest on the capital provided by them for the purpose of partnership. भागीदार जे भागीदारीसाठी नफा पुरवतात त्याच्यावर व्याज देण्याचा प्रश्नच येत नाही. पण जर स्पष्टपणे जर पार्टनरशिप डीडमध्ये उल्लेख असेल की ठराविक दराने नफा द्यावा त्यांना किंवा त्यांना व्याज द्यावं तर त्या पद्धतीने तो व्याज देणं आवश्यक आहे. इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्रॉविंग्स. If there is specific provision in the partnership deed for paying interest on dividend, then interest on dividend interest on drawings is paid by that rate. But if there is no any such kind of provision, then no interest is paid on drawings. If the date of drawings is not mentioned in the problem, then interest on drawing is always calculated at the rate of 6% for 6 months. Interest on loan. Partners are not allowed interest on loan if there is no provision regarding it. If in partnership deed there is specific reference of interest on loan, interest on loan is paid by that rate. But if there is no such kind of provision, then interest on loan is paid at the rate of 6% per annum. Salary or commission. In any case, salary or commission is not paid generally to the partners for extra work done by them. But if there is specific reference in the partnership deed for paying such salary or commission to the partner, then such salary or commission is paid to those partners. भागीदारीच्या बाबतीत पार्टनरशिप डीडमध्ये जर काहीच उल्लेख नसेल तर पार्टनरशिप ॲक्टमधील तरतुदीनुसार भागीदारांना काही गोष्टींवर व्याज दिलं जातं. उदाहरणार्थ आपण एक बघा की डिस्ट्रीब्युशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट, नफ्याची जर वाटणी करायची असेल आणि त्याचा भागीदारीच्या करारामध्ये काहीच उल्लेख नसेल तर भागीदारांना नफा समान प्रमाणात वाटला जातो. दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे भागीदारांना त्यांनी आणलेल्या भांडवलावर व्याज दिलं जात नाही. जर भागीदारीच्या करारामध्ये स्पष्ट उल्लेख असेल की अमुक अमुक दराने व्याज द्या तरच त्यांना व्याज दिलं जातं. त्याचप्रमाणे इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्रॉविंग्ज, भागीदारांनी जर काय उचल केली असेल धंद्यातून तर त्याच्यावर भागीदारी कायदा 1932 प्रमाणे कोणत्या प्रकारचं व्याज आकारलं जात नाही. परंतु जर त्याचा उल्लेख स्पष्टपणे भागीदारीच्या करारामध्ये असेल तर त्या दराने व्याज आकारलं जातं. भागीदाराने कोणत्या तारखेला उचल केलेली आहे हे जर स्पष्ट नसेल तर 6 महिन्याचं व्याज दिलं जातं. आणि भागीदारांनी जर ॲडिशनल व्यवसायासाठी जर काही फंड्स आणला असेल लोनच्या माध्यमाने तर त्याच्यावर 6% दराने व्याज द्यावं असा उल्लेख भागीदारी कायदा 1932 मध्ये आहे. आता आपण मेथड्स ऑफ कॅपिटल बघणार आहोत. फायनल अकाउंटच्या दृष्टीने विद्यार्थ्यांना मेथड्स ऑफ कॅपिटल अतिशय महत्त्वपूर्ण आहेत. भागीदाराने आणलेले जे कॅपिटल आहे त्याचा हिशेब 2 पद्धतीने ठेवला जातो. फर्स्ट मेथड इज फिक्स्ड कॅपिटल मेथड. फिक्स कॅपिटल मेथडमध्ये 2 प्रकारचे कॅपिटल अकाउंट ओपन करावे लागतात. एक म्हणजे पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल अकाउंट आणि दुसरं पार्टनर्स करंट अकाउंट. इन फिक्स्ड कॅपिटल मेथड द अमाउंट ऑफ कॅपिटल इज ऑलवेज फिक्स्ड. द अमाउंट ऑफ कॅपिटल इज ऑलवेज फिक्स्ड. So, 2 separate capital accounts are needed to be maintained. The first capital account is partners capital account, in which the capital of the partners remains fixed, it never changes. All the effects regarding partners capital are given in his or her current account. फिक्स कॅपिटल मेथडमध्ये कॅपिटलचा हिशेब वेगळा असतो आणि करंट अकाउंटचा हिशेब वेगळा असतो. पार्टनरना जे जे काही मिळणार आहे कॅपिटल व्यतिरिक्त किंवा त्यांच्याकडून जे जे काही कापून घेतलं जाणार आहे त्याचा जो इफेक्ट आहे तो त्यांच्या करंट अकाउंटला जातो. त्याच्यामुळे करंट अकाउंटचा जो बॅलन्स असतो तो फ्लक्च्युएटिंग राहतो, बदलत राहतो सारखा. दुसरी मेथड जी आहे ती फ्लक्च्युएटिंग कॅपिटल मेथड. In fluctuating capital method, there is no need of maintaining separate capital account. All the effects are given to capital account. Only one account is maintained, that is partners capital account. All, that is A to Z effect are given in this account, so the amount of capital remains fluctuating. कॅपिटलची अमाऊंट सारखी बदलत का राहते, कारण कॅपिटल हे फिक्स केलेलं नसतं इथं, त्याच्यामध्ये सर्व प्रकारचे इफेक्ट्स दिले जातात. उदाहरणार्थ आपण घेऊया, जर पार्टनरना त्यांच्या कॅपिटलवर जर व्याज द्यायचं असेल तर कॅपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट होईल. पार्टनरना त्यांच्या ड्रॉइंगवर व्याज आकारायचा असेल तर कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट होईल. जेव्हा जेव्हा व्यवसायाला नफा होईल तेव्हा कॅपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट होईल. जेव्हा जेव्हा आपण काही जमा करणार असू पार्टनरच्या नावावर तेव्हा पार्टनरचं कॅपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट होईल, आणि जेव्हा जेव्हा आपण त्याच्यातून काही कपात करणार असू तेव्हा तेव्हा पार्टनरचं अकाउंट क्रेडिट होईल. Whenever any amount is to be given, whenever any benefit is to be given to the partner, the partner's capital account will be credited, and whenever we have to deduct anything from the capital of the partner's capital account will be debited. So in this way, these are the two methods which are regarding the methods of capital. Let us see the practical. We have two methods here. The first is fixed capital method. Debit and credit. In fixed capital method, the first account that we have to maintain is partner's capital account. The second account that is to be separately maintained is partner's current account. Partner's capital is maintained in capital account and all the rest of the things are recorded in current account. This is the opening balance. This is the opening capital of the partner. So the amount of capital will remain fixed. Amount of capital will remain fixed. It will never change. If any additional capital is brought by the partner, then only it will be credited. If it is brought by cash, no any other effect will be given to the capital account. In case of partner's current account, all the rest of the transactions will be recorded here. If any benefit is to be given to any partner, partner's current account must be credited. Suppose partner is to be given interest on his capital, the capital contributed by him. So his amount will be credited as by interest on capital. If any amount is to be deducted from his capital, current account will be debited. Suppose interest on drawings is to be deducted from his account. To interest on drawings. If salary is given to the partner, partner's current account will be credited by salary account. If any commission is given, that is the benefit given, his current account will be credited by commission. Whenever benefit is to be given to the partner, partner's current account will be credited. The balance in current account will go on increasing. If partnership earns profit during the year, partner's current account will be credited. So he will get profit. So his account must be credited. त्याच्या खात्यावर जमा करावा लागणार आपल्याला पैसे आणि त्याच्यामुळे त्याचं खातं जमा बाजूला जाणार बाय प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंट. if there is profit. If there is loss during a particular year, partner's current account will be debited to profit and loss account. म्हणजे त्याच्या खात्यातून आपल्याला पैसे जेव्हा जेव्हा कापावायचे असतील तेव्हा तेव्हा करंट अकाउंट डेबिट होईल. At the end of the accounting year, both these accounts will be closed. The amount of capital will remain fixed. In the same way, in the current account may have debit balance or credit balance. If credit side is greater than debit side, then the current account has the credit balance to balance carried down. In certain cases, when the partners suffer heavy losses, in that case the partners current account have debit balances. In this way, fixed capital and fluctuating capital accounts are maintained. In case of fluctuating capital method, there is no need of maintaining separate capital and separate current account. Fluctuating capital method मध्ये separate capital आणि separate current account maintain करण्याची गरज नाही. बघूया कशा पद्धतीने ते अकाउंट होते ते. Only partners capital account is open. This is opening balance. This is opening capital is called as opening balance. All the effects are given in only one account, that is partners capital account. There is no need to maintain the separate account like fixed capital method. Only one account is maintained, that is partners capital account. So every time the amount of capital changes, that is fluctuates. So it is called as a fluctuating capital method. In fluctuating capital method, whenever partner gets benefit it is credited to his capital account. Suppose if he gets interest on his capital account will be credited. त्याला जर इंटरेस्ट मिळत असेल तर त्याच्या खात्यावर ते जमा करायला पाहिजे आणि म्हणून त्याला आपण म्हणू की बाय इंटरेस्ट ऑन कॅपिटल. जर त्याने एक्स्ट्रा काम केलं म्हणून त्याला जर सॅलरी मिळत असेल तर त्याच्या खात्यावर ते जमा करायला पाहिजे बाय सॅलरी. त्याला आणखी जर वेगळ्या पद्धतीचा मोबदला कमिशनच्या रूपाने मिळत असेल तर बाय कमिशन. ॲज द बेनिफिट इज गिवन टू द पार्टनर. इफ the partnership firm earns profit during the year, his account will be credited by profit and loss account. And interest on drawings is debited. Drawing is also debited and interest on drawing account is also debited. If he withdraws any amount from the business or any goods from the business, his account will be deducted. His account will be debited. That is, let us see, suppose he withdraws cash from the business, 2 drawings, cash, 2 drawings in the form of goods. So in this way, only one account is maintained here. At the end of the year or at the close of the year, capital account is closed and the final balance is calculated as to balance carried down. This balance is recorded in the balance sheet so that the final capital is decided.